What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Aftersound here, bringing you Splinterlands content every single day. We also stream right here on this channel every Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday morning, so come by and say hello. All right, guys, I wanted to talk about Rebellion and how we are trending so far, because we are officially 2 months into Rebellion, and about a week or two ago, I kind of put it out there just as a little goal for the community to see if we could get to 750,000 packs that were purchased, right? So either circulating or open by the time we hit the 2 month mark, which was February 5th. So I'm recording this a day after, and we actually did hit the 750,000 mark a couple of days before the 5th. So I would say that we're in a really, really good spot. I mean, we've had we had a fantastic pre-sale that almost sold out. We've seen the continued rise of Rebellion cards in gameplay, right? I mean, I'm struggling against a lot more Rebellion cards these days. And while, it's still not required for me to be getting them in order to be competitive, at some point, I do think that is going to be the case. And I think slowly and steadily, people will continue to level up. Now, you can see here that also the Rebellion pack arbitrage is still very much alive and well. So hopefully this will continue to inspire sales, right? And people will take care of that arbitrage over time. So as we look now, right, we're in early February, and let's just say, we'll just round up to middle of February, right? So between now and December, we have 10 more months of Rebellion. And the low kind of estimate goal that Matt was shooting for was to sell about 1.5 million packs. So of course, we're halfway through that now, with hopefully many more exciting things to launch later throughout the year, right? Namely being Land 2.0 and new player experience. Those are our player experience. Those are the two things that they have outlined for this year. Now, here's the thing. I've talked about this before. I think Chaos Legion is definitely going to be, if it's not already, kind of a hindrance to Rebellion pack sales. But as the meta starts to evolve, as more and more people start to play, and again, like I said, anecdotally, I've noticed it, and I'd love to get your feedback as well if you're starting to notice it as well. There's just a lot more Rebellion cards that come into the mix, and while I may not necessarily be losing to them, overall, I'm starting to see them more and more, and they are making an impact, right? The grind up ranked is becoming a little bit more difficult as people kind of zero in on what kinds of collections they want to build up and what kind of cards they want to level up in order to complete, their set and be more competitive. So as we move forward, I think we can see a steady-ish drip of like 1,000 to 2,000 packs per day, which doesn't seem like a lot, but between now and it's not quite a year, but maybe 300-ish days between now and December, that's another 600,000 packs right there for selling 2,000 packs a day. And I've said this before, I'm not worried about us hitting the 1.5 million anymore. What I'd like to see is how well we can trend to that 1.5 million well before the date of, the last burn, we'll call it, right? So sometime, I believe it's like December 18th or something like that. So at this point in time, it's still too hard to tell. Based on whatever the team is going to be able to deliver. We're still very early on in the year. I know January is over, which is kind of crazy, but it's still February. The team has been talking about a lot of changes in ranked play overall, which are not going to affect new players or bring in new players right away. But the rank changes, I think, are going to be fantastic. And then, combine that with a lot of the new player experience that the team wants to do in terms of having like a nice onboarding and tutorials and stuff like that, along with, what's that called? Avatars and cosmetics and different gameplay aspects that are going to get the people more emotionally invested, as Nate says. So hopefully we can get all of that done by the middle of the year or by the end, around the Bitcoin halving, which is end of April as of now. And, if that happens, there's like 6-7 months remaining until the end of the Rebellion sale. And if we could bring in more people through that, whether it's through marketing, whether it's through the market picking up, so meaning SPS has a massive green candle. Again, my hope with this is that we sell a ton of Rebellion packs, because keep in mind, so much of that DEC is getting locked up in the down. We end up burning a lot of SPS for that DEC. Now, what I don't want is for us to have too much Rebellion. And at this point, I don't think that's the case, right? Obviously, we've seen Rebellion overall as the set value is starting to trend down, but that's because we're starting to get a lot of redundant cards for collectors who have pretty much whatever that they need. So over time, if people are opening packs, they're going to keep what they need and sell the extras. And we'll see that probably continue to trend down over time. And like I said, I'll try to DCA in at some point, probably starting within the next 1 or 2 months here. But overall, the higher we go, right, from 1.5 million up to my goal, my goal is if we can hit 3 million, right? So I'm just kind of trying to speak that into existence now. If we can hit 3 million packs sold by the end of this, I think that'll be phenomenal. Because keep in mind, that's what, 6 billion DEC getting locked up in the DAO. It's kind of ridiculous to think about. I mean, we're at 750,000 packs right now, and let me see my math. Yeah, so 1.5 billion. So if we were to 4x that would be 6 billion DEC. And as you can tell, right now, we don't even have 6 billion DEC in existence, right? We have 5.4 billion, of which obviously the DAO is sitting on a good amount. A good amount is sitting on land. A lot is in markets and liquidity pools. And of course, the team is, constantly doing burns. So over time, we'll have to see how this goes. In a way, if we just kind of continue at this kind of slower pace and, it's just money dripping in, $10,000, $20,000, whatever it is, on a regular basis through credits as people slowly start to come in, that could actually be better for SPS, considering that SPS is a lower price right now and we end up burning significantly more. But I'm getting outside the scope of this video. I just wanted to focus on Rebellion and say that I think we are off to a fantastic start. I kind of did a check-in around the 1 month mark, early January. This is the check-in at the 2 month mark, and the fact that we're halfway through what Matt's conservative estimate goal is, I think puts us in a fantastic place. So for people who are worried about runway, worried about, all different kinds of things with the company and security and things like that, I would say that that's not even a talking point in the town halls anymore. And I stopped, being worried about that a while ago. It's not that I think that, the company has unlimited money now, but I do think that with Rebellion sales being strong, with the game and the market, kind of picking up at the end of Q4 and into January, Bitcoin's still up above 40,000. I do believe that we are in a much better place now, and the team can actually breathe a collective sigh of relief and focus on the stuff that's going to bring a ton of people in and get more of those Rebellion packs off the shelves. But that is all I have for you guys in this video. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below and how you would evaluate where we are at the 2 month mark. But otherwise, I will catch you all in the next one and see you around the game. Take care.